All right, let's move on. Colorado, the biggest. I still don't understand how this happened, but Robin Fraser led this team to first in the West last year. 17, 7, and 10 with 61 points. Still trying to figure it out, but projected 11 based off of last year's, actually based off of the signings this year and kind of the way they play. Our good friend William Yarbrough in goal. Rosenberry at right back, Trusty and Abubakar at center back. Estevez.
Trusty's gone.
He's gone in
okay,
July.
but like when he's gone, who's
I'm not. I'm making it. These projected 11s are day one.
Fine.
Does it lead into my big question for 2022? Maybe.
Don't spoil it.
Are you spoiling things, Connor?
No,
Maybe.
you're the one spoiling things. You're the one that just admitted it.
Quiet down there. Bad hair.
All right, start over again. I want to hear you say William Yarbrough again.
We're moving back into the center mid here with Jack Price, Mark Anthony Kay, and new signing Max at center attacking mid, with Michael Barrios on the right, Diego Rubio at striker, and Greg's favorite non-playing left wing to call in to every national team, Jordan Lewis. Pause. It's a joke. I know we've got new Colorado fans watching this. We know his name's Jonathan. Go back to some of our other episodes and you'll find the joke somewhere. Any questions on the way that this happens?
There's a glaring lack of Drew Moore in the team. That's all I'm going to say.
Why do you think they brought him back? They knew Trusty was gone.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Did they improve during this window?
I'm trying to think about who they've lost. I know they lost left back Kellen Acosta.
Very good.
Did they really lose much else? They're going to lose Trusty.
How about U.S. Youth National Team star Cole Bassett?
Right. Yeah, Cole Bassett's gone. That's a big loss. I can't say that they improved. No, I don't know if they got worse or not, but I can't say that they improved.
I agree. I think Max and Bassett are a wash. I think Max is probably better than Bassett, but Bassett had a higher ceiling. Acosta for K are two peas in the pod. Trusty is out, and they're going to replace him with either Drew Moore or Abu Kaita from Colorado. No real improvements there. Maybe, like I said, Max is probably the only true improvement there. So I'm going to say no.
That's debatable.
What do they need? For me, there's just something about this attacking lineup that just feels really weird. Like a team that finished first in the West with Jonathan Lewis, Michael Barrios, and Diego Rubio up top doesn't make sense to me. Not even in the slightest. And if I remember correctly, and I'm going to double check this while I speak, they've got a designated player spot open or two.
Most likely.
Because I know Max is.
They've got two guys right now listed in their U22 initiative.
But they've got pure designated player spots.
Yeah, nobody else has the designated player category right now.
Because Nomley left, right? So you've technically, and because this hasn't been updated with Max yet, but you've got two designated player spots. Go get a winger. I mean, go get somebody who is going to at least give you some depth. Like, it just feels weird.
You can't use a designated player spot on a depth signing.
No, not. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Not give you depth, create depth. Whoever you sign is going to come in and start, but you'll drop somebody who, if that guy gets hurt, goes on international duty, whatever. You're not fishing for USL players to make that happen, right? That I should have phrased that better. My fault. It just feels weird. And again, I can't say much because they finished first in the West last year with the same team, but it just feels weird to me.
Yeah. The starting lineup itself is pretty solid all around, to be honest. Yep. I feel like there are probably, I think I agree. I think the attacking depth is lacking a bit there. You could definitely improve on the quality of the starting attack, I would say. Maybe not by a ton, but there's definitely room for improvement there, especially if you have designated player spots open. So yeah, I think I would agree with you. That's probably their spot that they could improve.
Best edition, Max, I think. Any arguments there?
You're pretty high on Max Alves.
Yeah, they haven't had a. Who's the last true playmaker they have that lasted more than half a season? Yashi.
When I was trying to look up Max Alves, I could not find like any information on it. It looked like the most he played was like 15 games so far, and I'm not even sure about that. I think I saw like transfer markets at like 10. I mean, maybe they're just not tracking it well, but I couldn't find him on like Sofa Score, couldn't find him on Who Scored. I just couldn't find anything about him. So I'm like,
you got 21 games for Flamengo. I believe, yeah, he played in the Copa Libertadores. I have to find the article about it, but I'm almost certain that they beat out a bunch of Premier League teams for him, which is why I'm very high on him.
okay. It's weird because I don't want to go off on a tangent here, but I always compare him, I would compare him in terms of like game time to someone like Julian Araujo, who has played like almost 70 games already in his career, and he's the same age. So I'm always like a little cautious when I see someone coming in at 20 who's only played like 20 games in his career. I know Araujo is a little bit of an exception, but that's kind of like my standard. And like if someone has played the amount of games that Araujo has played, then I'm like, okay, he's probably been played for a reason. But that's why I think the potential is obviously there with Alves, but I'm just kind of unsure with him at the moment.
Yeah, okay, I can't find it, but what they're talking about, the way that they're speaking about the way that he plays reminds me a lot of Pozuelo or Maxi. Technical, athletic, left-footed, really good vision, goal dangerous. I'm high on him.
I'm gonna go with Abubakar Keita as my best signing. I think that's an excellent Trusty replacement for when Trusty leaves. Another young player who's gotten a bunch of is starting to get a bunch of experience with Columbus, and now has a golden opportunity to slide right into that Colorado backline as soon as Trusty's gone. So I like that signing for them. Good job being proactive and realizing that you're going to have that hole once Trusty's gone.
My guess is that all happened after Arsenal came in and was like, "Give us your player."
I still can't believe Trusty got to move to Arsenal. That's mind blowing to me.
It just shows you where we're at as a league, right?
Or it just shows you how low Arsenal are going. Trusty's a good player, but like, I mean, there's better center backs in this league, and they went and grabbed Aaron Austin Trusty.
To each their own. Loss.
I mean, I don't want to say Trusty because he is going to be here for half the season, so maybe I'll go Nomley. Just as I know we were talking about them lacking attacking depth, so obviously Nomley would help with that. And I just think it's weird that they don't want to use any of their DP spots really, except for the one U22 initiative. So I'll go Nomley, I guess.
Kellen Acosta, that's easy.
Oh, I forgot about Kellen.
How dare you forget about our Lord and Savior?
That's terrible. Yeah, Kellen Acosta is their biggest loss, easily.
Kicked off.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, that's so bad. That just ruined my day.
Player to watch in 2022.
And if he were still here, I totally would have said Cole Bassett. But
it's probably gonna have to be his replacement, right?
Yeah, I'll say Max Alves just because I want to see whether he lives up to the hype or not. I want to see if he transitions over well because it seems to be hit or miss sometimes if these guys can transition and succeed in this league.
Sure. I also said Max, big name, big money. Need to see if he settles in quickly or how long it takes him to adjust, and that'll be a big question. But for me, because Connor spoiled it already, the biggest question going into the season: will this team survive without Aaron Austin Trusty in the second half of the year? He was in our top 10 center back list. He was in a lot of people's top center back, defensive player of the year and stuff like that. Those honor, he was in the finals, but he was in that conversation, and he helped lead a team to a first place finish in the West against teams like Seattle and Sporting. What are they going to do without him? I think Abu Kaita is an okay replacement. I think you're higher on him than I am. It's not an awful pickup, but he doesn't have as much experience as I think we all think he does. I think he's got like 10 games a season for the last four seasons or something like that. So that's my big question.
Yeah, that's fair. I think my question is, they seem to have gotten like the most out of all of their players last season, and because there's not really like star potential on this team, and they were able to still get the first seed in the West. My question is, can Robin Fraser get the same out of them again this year? There's going to be a lot more turnover in this team, losing Bassett, losing Acosta, losing Trusty midway through the season. Can he still get the most out of these guys and keep them towards the top?
I think it's extremely disrespectful that you just called Jonathan Lewis now the star, but
that's because Jordan Lewis is the star.
We'll move on. Where do you got him finishing?
I think this team will be towards the lower part of the playoff picture. I don't think they click on the same magic that they had last season. I'm thinking maybe like 5 through 8. So I think most likely they'll be a playoff team, but could see them possibly sliding out.
I've got them 4 through 7. I don't think they slide out. I just think that the West is a little bit wider spread. I mean, you saw it last year where basically everything was kind of decided on the last day except for positions. So I think
that's not true. I mean, RSL made the playoffs.
It was, I know, but it wasn't like the East where there was not a single person. I mean, there were 3 teams locked in. West had
but
4.
there was a huge amount of teams in the West last year. It was like 5 through like 9 had a chance to make the playoffs last year on the last day.
Yeah, but
Minnesota, Vancouver.
In the East, it was like 4 through like 10.
No, NYC clinched before the last day, I'm pretty sure. And then it was Atlanta, Orlando, Red Bull, DC, Columbus, and Montreal. It was a lot, but the West had almost just as much. Minnesota, Vancouver, RSL, LA Galaxy, and I'm pretty sure LAFC was still alive on the last day too.
That's fair. I think we overlooked a lot of the other games because they were just the only thing that mattered was the RSL game for us.